Hey guys, welcome to this week's episode of the jspot, another tech corner for you. This week we're going to cover something that is an unknown quantity to most people in the automotive world, yet is something very, very important when it comes to engine health, engine tuning, triggering we're going to get into, and basically taking care of your engine as well as possible. Now all cars have, pretty much all cars, somebody's going to jump down in the comments and say this car doesn't have a crank damper. But the cars that we know and love have crank dampers. What do crank dampers do? You run accessory pulleys like water pumps, alternators, air conditionings off the crank damper, while they also balance out the engine to protect your car from strong vibrations that come off the crankshaft and things like that, harmonics basically. So what we're going to do is show you two different crank dampers today. One from ATI and one from Ross Performance in Australia. These have both been provided to us by Omega One Industries. This ATI damper specifically is a VAC Motorsports BMW one. So this one comes with an extra pulley for an accessory. This damper here is not triggered because BMW already has its own triggering on the engine. This one specifically, as it says on the box here, it's BMW, it's the M50 engine, M52, M52 TU, M54, S50, S52. It covers a couple of different cars. It comes with its own accessory pulley here, and you can option it however you like. This is it right here. As you can see, quite simple. You take your stock one off, you replace it with this one. These have a special, how can I say it, special rubber that is long lasting, because all dampers have rubber in them, but you need the best kind of rubber. You've got some dampers that do have fluid in it. I'm going to correct myself on that one. This one, as you can see, though, is quite basic. You take it off, you put it on, and it does the job for you. There's nothing extra on it because there doesn't need to be anything extra on it. BMW has its own triggering and its own sensors, kind of like the Toyota 2JZ that has its own triggering within the oil pump. So we're going to put this one away for the time being, go over to something a little bit more complicated. One thing that I will say before we move over to the Ross Performance ones is these dampers, whether they're ATI, whether they're Ross Performance, whether they're fluid dampers, they have certification. They use very high quality bolts, but something that I must recommend to everybody, always read the instructions that are in here, in the box. Something that most car guys don't do. Some do, but you need to read them because these things have service lives, either to get rebuilt or completely replaced depending on the kind of usage that you're putting on them. Over here we have the Ross kit. The Ross Performance kit out of Australia is comprehensive in the fact that this kit is a race damping kit for the SR20, specifically for the S14 and S15. This one has been optioned with the triggering on the crank as well as the triggering for the camshaft. So let's have a look at it and see what's different about this one. The thing that immediately strikes you as different on this one, again, this is to drive an accessory pulley, is the triggering ring. This is a 36-2 triggering ring, which attaches to a cherry hall sensor. In a second, I'll show you. This is the crank angle sensor. So right here we've got the mounts. These mount to the oil pump. They run one of these, which is a cherry hall sensor. You can, depending on your tuner's preference, option it with a cherry hall sensor or with a GT101 sensor. It depends. Different people have different preferences. And basically what this does, it does all of the jobs that a crank damper should do. Protects you from dangerous harmonics that may come off the crank, gives you a longer life to your engine by taking a little bit more care of your crank, as well as giving you an extra option for triggering when you're tuning that engine. So you can dial in more safety parameters, and basically you can fine tune that map to exactly where you need it to be. Ross One, as always, comes with a pamphlet, comes with some funky stickers. This right here, the cherry hall sensor. As you can see, quite simple. You got to clearance it when you're installing it. Ross, as always, includes a set of gloves, which we love. And then for the top half, we've got some triggering with a cam angle sensor. The Ross kit, we love it. We wouldn't change it for any kit in the world. It's the simplest SR20 cam, confusing there, cam trigger that you can get. It's literally 3 pieces. You bolt it on with the trigger. It's simple, it's plug and play, it's flush, it's perfect. There isn't much more you could want to it. So guys, as I said before, this as well. As I said with the ATI, this as well, rebuildable, and it has a service life. Always read the instructions. Whenever you're mounting something like a crank damper or a camshaft trigger kit or anything like that, always use new hardware. Crank damper bolts, camshaft sprocket bolts, all that kind of stuff. We hope you found this informative. That's it for this episode. That's it for the tech tips. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We hope you guys enjoy what you see. We love making it for you. If you want anything that you want to see specifically a tech video on, comment down in the description. We'll catch you on the next video. Thanks, guys.